and welcome to another episode of Big Girl Adventure Life. Today we are continuing on our scuba diving series, and we're going to begin with the intro to scuba diving, and we have an amazing dive master, Miss Tia Spears.
Hi everybody. My name's Tia. Most people call me Miss Tia. Why, I don't know. I've been married 40 years, but anywho, just a little bit about me. I've been diving for 28 years now. I was a dive master for 10 years, and for the last almost 2.5 years, I've been an assistant dive instructor. So my absolute favorite thing is to take new students into the pool that have never been underwater with oxygen before, and just watch the expression on their face and how happy they are that eventually they'll get to see the lakes or the ocean in the underwater world. So that's just a little bit about me.
Great. So, what are we doing? How are we doing it?
Okay, so first thing we're going to do is how to set up our gear. Very important. Sometimes the dive shops that you go to or the dive sites that you go to, they'll set it up for you, and then sometimes if you're in a faraway place, you have to do it yourself.
And you should always recheck anyway.
You should always recheck, and you should always have a buddy. Number one importance.
Number one importance, always have a buddy.
And that buddy and you should check each other's gear before the dive starts.
Check each other's gear.
And plan the dive and dive your plan.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So, what was that last one again?
Dive the plan, or plan your dive and dive the plan.
Plan the dive and dive your plan. All right, there's 3 tips already, and we're just getting started.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, the first thing we're going to do is pick up our tanks. If you are not near your tank, you always have your tanks laying down, because you certainly don't want a tank to fall and turn on when it's not supposed to. So we're just going to start by lifting up our tanks. Maralana, do you want to be with me? I want you to come around to the back side of your tank, leave this way, and put your body back here. There you go. Now, this is going to go on. Here, I'll help you. So, when you put your tank together, we'll just do one at a time. It might be easier. I'm going to turn the tank. This is where you turn the tank on, is always on your right.
Okay. On my right.
On your right.
So behind me, on my right.
Correct.
Okay.
Then, this part, the strap, it usually just shimmies down, and this is an extra protection so it doesn't fall off your tank. And you want this part, the neck part, to be right at the bottom of the tank. So that's perfect.
Great.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
No wiggle.
Good. Our weighting system. So my weighting system these are called integrated BCDs, which is your buoyancy compensator device, and this is like your life vest that brings you up and takes you down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now
we're weighted.
We're weighted. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to set this down for you. It's easier to get it into the pocket that way. Let's turn it. Let's turn it with this on the bottom. There you go. Perfect. Okay. I will assist.
Okay, so I feel like I'm being overly gentle with this. Should I be gentle with my with all this gear, or is it pretty sturdy?
It's very sturdy.
Okay.
It's very sturdy. Yeah.
So it's not going to
explode. Nice to be good. It will not explode. You just don't want to ever have all your gear on your tank and you walk away with your tank standing up, because someone might come by and hit it with their flipper
and that could be bad.
And that is bad. Yes. All right, you're doing great. These only go in one way, and you want to hear that nice click. Okay? And once again, every BCD is different. The weights are different. And so when we do our buddy check, we need to know what your buddy's BCD is all about, okay? So once again, I'm gonna flip this around. Okay, we have our tank on, we check the wiggle, we have our weights on. We're going to learn how to put our regulator on. This is our breathing device for scuba. So.
And these are pretty basic for everyone, like kind of universal, right?
They are. So we have, this is our main regulator. Mine is pink because I like pink. And then there's usually a yellow one. I have a yellow hose, but a pink regulator. So your main one is longer and is usually black or blue or pink. This is what you are going to be breathing off of, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The second hose is called an octopus. This is if your buddy is in trouble and you need to share air with your buddy, that's their life source.
I actually had to do this in Belize.
Did you?
When I dove. My buddy's tank got turned off going through a cave.
Oh my gosh.
So thankfully I was a great buddy.
You
and
saved a
I
life.
saved him.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so I had to buddy breathe till our dive master came back and figured out what was going on. But thankfully I'm great with air and helped him out.
Well, that's the best story of today. Okay. Then you have your high pressure inflator hose. This is what attaches to your BCD to connect the air to your BCD.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have, these come all different ways. All right, so this one has the your pressure gauge. So this tells how much air you have. You usually start with 3,000 psi. Okay, and then sometimes there's a compass, and then sometimes there's a computer.
Okay.
That's in this slot. This is called a console.
Okay.
But let's continue on here. So when we're setting this up, it's the same way. I stand behind the tank, and you're going to unscrew the cap, and the little cap plug comes off. Perfect. And then your regulators are always on your right. Regulators always on the right, and I always put the cap part to my belly button. That's how I remember how to put this together. Okay? Then you want to peek here. What is right around the air is called
Seal?
O-ring.
An O-ring.
Thank
yes.
you. The seal, it's an O-ring. So you want to make sure that there's a little black O-ring in there. Sometimes they're different colors. If there's not one, someone will have one, please put it on. If you do not have your O-ring in, it will free flow air. It will be really noisy. You'll know what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, so we both have our O-rings.
Yes.
Okay, regs are on the right. This part will fit directly in to where the O-ring is, and you screw it on just tight enough. Please do not crank it really, really tight, just enough so it's snug.
Do you want to check mine, buddy?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Great.
Okay. Then you're going to take your high pressure inflator hose. This has what's called a quick connect, and it pulls back and goes forward, okay? On your BCD, yes. So this is where you put your air in and you take your air out. This connects right to the high pressure inflator hose and pull to make sure it's tight and secure. Yes. And then there's always little places to secure all the things. So if you undo that, you never want to have danglies. You want to be streamlined.
Because you could get caught up.
You could get caught up, yes. Or you could catch something else up, which you don't want to have happen. Okay, now we get to turn the air on.
Ooh!
So when we turn the air on and you have a console like this, I would like you to hold it in your hand. So when we turn our air on and you have your console, I would like you to hold the console in your hand. The reason for that is if you turn this on, this is a high pressure inflator hose. Your buddy is sitting down here and you turn on the hose, it can bop them right in the nose or worse. So please hold your console. This is the air. I'm going to turn it on. Nice crank. Remember I said you'd get 3,000 PSI?
We are full.
We have a full tank. So you are going to turn this knob all the way towards you until it stops, and then a half a turn back.
Okay.
Okay, we have our air on, and now we're going to check our breathing. Now that we have our air on, we want to check our hoses and make sure that yes, indeed, we do have oxygen. So we're actually going to breathe off our hoses, and you just breathe off all your hoses. So this is your octopus, this is your buddy's hose. That's okay, go ahead, and it doesn't matter which one you start with, but that's fine. This goes to your chin, and we just are going to breathe.
Oh, that's cool. Cool air.
Nice. And a nice flow. Okay, so that's working. Let's breathe off our buddies. Mine is a little bit different. This is a teaching octopus, so I can put this in a student's mouth upside down, right side up. Correct. If you put this in your mouth this way, it will free flow towards you. So you want to always have the hard part to your chin.
Okay.
Okay?
Ooh.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. On mine is one more thing that's just a little bit different is I actually have one here as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. I guess I do too.
This is, yours is if you need to do manually put air into your BCD.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all checked out. We're good. Now I think we'll put on our
wetsuits?
Put on our wetsuits.
Oh. Okay, I'm about to get really uncomfortable with you here. I'm going to be getting into my wetsuit, and I'm going to tell you, this is one of the hardest things, and it's going to be one of the most uncomfortable things when you're getting started. No one likes getting into a wetsuit. Let me repeat that. No one likes to get into a wetsuit. So let's wrestle. Now, I didn't bring the special soup juice, but we're only in a 3mm, so hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, one leg in. Now, for me, when it comes to what I put underneath a wetsuit, I really like to make sure that I don't have a lot of loose things that are gonna roll. If you're not comfortable in a bikini, then do a one piece that's tight fitting. Don't do a loose two piece that you have a skirt flowing or skirt bottoms, because they're just gonna roll and rush underneath your wetsuit. So we get our legs in, and we just work it up, just like pantyhose. Up, up, up. And yes, this is as uncomfortable as it looks. once you get all of the material up to your hips, flip over your belly and kind of jump it up over your butt. Once you have it over your belly, it's easy to get your arms in. This is going to help you pull it the rest of the way up over your body. Don't try to struggle the material from here. A lot of you are going to be heavier chested, so we just want to use our arm strength to whoop it over there. Ready? Now, you may also get caught here because it'll roll on your shoulders. Talk to your buddy when you get out, or just keep wrestling. Okay, you can also use the zipper to try to help you get into your suit. We're going to find the rope. It's nice and long. And that zips you up, makes the seal, and we are ready to go. Are you ready to hit the pool?
Okay, so we've set up all our gear. It's all ready to go into the pool. You want to put some air in here. So this is my inflator button. I'm going to inflate a bit.
So she's inflating the BCD right now.
And then I'm going to put my hoses in check here. And gently lay this right into the water. I'll put my hoses right here on the pool deck, and that will keep my BCD. Okay, we have our BCDs in the water, and now we're gonna put on our booties and our fins and hop on.
Okay, so we are in the
Okay,
booties.
so we're in the booties. Okay, now fins are different as well. My fins are split fins, so you'll see those. Hers are all one. Okay. Then for your straps, you have, I think we both have the same kind of straps. Sometimes, and so you put your foot in and you pull and it tightens and it loosens from here. Or there are some that are metal and plastic and you just pull them on and there's no strap tightening. Okay, we're just gonna put our fins on. Give it a nice good tug so it's snug. Perfect.
Well, it's snug, but not too snug. You don't want your foot to go to sleep in the fin.
Right, and you'll be able to feel if it's too tight. Okay, all the way up on your heels and fins up. Fins up, fins up. Okay, ready to get in?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. You want to make sure that all your hoses are out from underneath your buddy's BCD. Okay. Watch your arm. Here we go. Try one more time. Yep. Yep. And then work. So you hold on to your buddy's tank, and if you lean over a little bit and deflate your BCD a little bit, the top button is the deflator. I'm going to let out some air so that she can secure her BCD to the body. Alright? Okay, now we're going to secure your BCD. So they come in different, every BCD is different, so just be aware of that. But she does have, it's hard to see, but there is a cummerbund, just a Velcro that's just going to go right across her tummy.
Remember, we tried these on yesterday at the shop.
Okay, you don't want to get too tight. Then she has a strap that goes right across the top of her chest in place. Then on either side, you have two pulleys that when you lean forward, you're just going to do a nice lean forward and pull them down to make it nice and snug. Does that feel secure? Yes. Yes.
Now my thumbs So that just brought the weight of the tank further and up. So that instead of it being all the way back here, I now feel that the tank is kind of up on my shoulders like an appropriate backpack.
I learned the first rule of scuba. Extremely important. The first rule of scuba is color coordination. Okay, that's Miss Tia's first rule. The real first rule is to breathe. You must breathe. And you just want to breathe naturally. You never, ever, never, ever, ever hold your breath. Okay? So, what we're going to do in a moment is put our masks on, put our regulator in our mouth, and breathe normally. And we're just going to sit on the bottom of the pool just to make ourselves comfortable. If you're ever in a scuba class and you're uncomfortable, we're in 3 feet of water, you just stand up, okay? But your dive instructor will be right there with you the whole time, okay? Now, your mask is on. I'm going to ask you when we get underwater if you're okay. That's the sign. Are you okay? And if you are okay, you say, okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you need to come up, you put your thumb up. This does not mean okay. This means go up. Or this means go down. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to go down. You're going to want to let out all your air. So you can do a couple maneuvers for that. One is like you're clearing your ears on an airplane, where you just pinch your nose slightly and do a little puff, slow, to clear your ears. Or you can do what's called a Valsalva maneuver, big word for moving your jaw around. However it is that you clear your ears is the best way for you, is what I want you to do. So if you feel any pressure at all, do an ear clearing. If you have any pain at all, come up a little bit and try again. If the pain does not subside, then you need to come to the surface. Okay? Letting out our air. Let's do it again. Okay, going down. Regulators in. Good job, buddy.
Wow, that was so much fun.
I'm gonna need to save her.
Oh no! Save me, save me. That is a hard one. That's a really hard one.
She did great. Didn't she do great, everybody? Yay!
Well, thank you so much, Tia,
Oh,
for
you're welcome.
teaching us so much. And I really hope that you're a part of some of our other adventures as we go in the lake and do some of our classes.
I hope so too. That'd be lovely.
Okay, everyone, that's the end of this episode, and be on the lookout because scuba diving does not end here. This was just a little taste and tidbit. Look out on our page because we will be putting out some classes that you can do with Adventure Scuba right here in the Reno area. Otherwise, do call around to your local shops and get set up with your own Big Girl Adventure Life scuba diving session. All right, that's it for us. We're going to get our gear all taken care of, get out of the pool, and on to our next adventure.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.